Hi everybody, it's Kathy from Huckleberry Herbs and Art, and I'm here to do the final pages of my album by Heartfelt Creations preformed album with all the pockets and inserts. And I have chosen today to work with, from the inserts, A Craft, I think it's this side. I used this one in the front, and that's it. And I know a lot of people have been waiting for me to finish the album, and I think I complain about being busy every time, and aren't we all just over the top busy? I just cannot find the time that I need to complete tasks during the day. So I'm so sorry if people are waiting for me to finish this album. I am trying. I want to get some orders put together today for some customers that are waiting for them. And I thought to myself, you know what? This is going to be a very simple ending to the album as far as the inside laying down the basics goes. I can put this together in a couple minutes for people who are waiting. So I would do that, and then we'll come back on a different video and start decorating and doing the embellishing. So I'm thinking 2 more videos tops for this, because I may do a final one to just show the final product. At any rate, I hope everybody had a wonderful Easter and is enjoying the Easter season, because of course it's not just a day, it's an entire season. And spring, for everybody who's out starting to dig, and I'm jealous of you because I wish I had the time to do that. I'm not going to have enough plants started. See, wine. Okay. Anyway, I'm doing this one pretty simply. I guess I'll start actually with this side, because I'm choosing to put this pocket, which is the opposite of what I placed onto the front. Okay, so there's the pocket that was on the front that came from the A Craft. I'm going to put this on the back so that it's rather uniformed in the front and the back. And before I do that, I need to put down the paper that I have pre-cut for the top of that. So I'm just going to glue this up. Yeah, so I said it's pretty simple. I'll be coming back to do embellishments, and I will probably be putting the same lace on the edge of this, just as I did in the front. You know, they've done studies on what beauty is to the human eye, and the studies show that symmetry is one of the main attractors to we humans, as far as is something beautiful. So is it equal on either side? And it's interesting because a lot of art these days is anything but symmetric, you know. But I'm still rather old-fashioned, I guess, in that I enjoy the symmetry while I'm creating or observing. Okay, so that's going to go there. And then I didn't have to cut a full piece, so I do want to talk about ways to save on your paper, because this album has definitely taken me, as I've mentioned before, more than one pad. And you don't have to do your album the same way, of course, that I am doing. And you can use plain papers that match the colors that you're using when you make your album, so you don't have to always use up your designer paper. But this, again, I'm making this one because it's my favorite paper, and I've just used it and used it and used it. But I still am not going to just waste it. And if this portion of the paper would be underneath that pocket, why worry about trying to get it all the way down to the side? Okay, and again, I've talked about this before, I've spoken about this before too. You want to make sure that when you close this book, see, that paper popped up? I need to move it just a teeny bit. Okay. And that one is down and holding. Okay. So I didn't need to worry about the bottom right here because this is covering it up. And I have already taken my bone folder and made sure that I used the scoring that Heartfelt did to reinforce the scoring, should I say, with my bone folder. So I'm using the nice pre-scored areas that they've given me, but you need to go over it with your bone folder and make sure that it's really scored well. It's all cut and shaped and scored for you, but before you put it down, make sure that you really get some sharp edges on those scores. And I did the same thing that I did in the front, so it's probably good that you see this. I'm going to be adding glue right here before I seal it, because I know that along the bottom I am not going to want that pocket to pop open. These are lifted up really well. They have some height to that thickness of the score so that you can fit things, you know, bulky things into the pocket, but then they're going to fall out the bottom if you don't seal the bottom as well. So I make sure everything is pressed down nicely and in place. And again, with the idea of saving paper, I am not using a whole sheet. So for this one, for example, I didn't want to, and you can see it's the other side is all the tags, and I would prefer not to cut up more than one of a tag page like that because the tags come in so handy and they're so pretty. So I don't want to use them up for a full sheet, and yet I did want to use the other side. So what I've chosen to do is, with only one 12 by 12 page, I have cut out these pieces that you see so far. I'm going to place that over here. And there was a piece that I did not yet use, which I've cut into a long strip, and I thought it would be very lovely to have a little pocket here without even using the pockets, but just a skinny little pocket using this paper so that I could see the big roses one more time at the end of the book. So again, if I'm going to make a pocket out of this, I'm going to be careful to only glue on the edges so that I can put things inside here, inside of the pocket. Alright, there we go. And I will be back to put the little strip inside the gusset area. But for right now, quick as a bunny, couldn't help myself. I have just finished up these last two pages as far as the base goes. The base papers are down, and yes, I have a little pocket here. And I have a nice pocket here, and I'll come back and make it all fancy with lace and other things when we do the embellishing. So hopefully people are pleased to see me reach the end of the album as far as the base papers go. A quick run through with all the pockets. Some of them, they're practically invisible because they're just so well done. And if you would like anything that you see here, whether it's the pre-bound albums or the pockets and inserts or the paper, you can find Heartfelt Creations as well as Graphic 45 at huckleberryherbs.com. And as soon as I can, I will be back to do the outside of the album and start embellishing. I'm so excited. So again, I hope all of you are doing well and that you are enjoying the spring. And until next time, this is Kathy from Huckleberry Herbs and Art. God bless.